Please be reminded that the Prince George's County Public School administrative procedures regarding appropriate use of technology, social media, and email continue to apply to our online instruction. In addition, this session may not be recorded without the instructor's consent. A description of the applicable procedure is provided online in the Student's Right and Responsibility Handbook. Thank you for your cooperation. Hello everyone. This is the lesson for Art 2 and Drawing and Painting. I want to first of all give credit to Ms. Wilkins for making this lesson possible for distance learning by leading out in instruction for this. This assignment is called the Mandala Art Project. Some of my drawing and painting students did a Mandala stone earlier this school year, but this one is a tad bit different, still in the same family. One of the things we want to keep in mind is, what is a mandala? A mandala is an art project that has balance, and that type of balance is called radial balance. It means basically a circle. A mandala is a very sacred space that shuts away external influences. One can create that balance in their life. A mandala is a sacred circular space which reveals the inner truth about you and the world that you live in. And we're making those ties of how we feel about what's happening in our universe together visually through this artwork. Now, the first thing I want you to do is just to relax and chill as we work our way through this project. It's a bit tedious like most of our projects, but the end results will be absolutely beautiful. What you will need a pair of scissors. You're going to need 2 pieces of paper. And of course, your trusty little pencil sharpener, perhaps an eraser, and lots of color. If you don't have color, no big deal, you have pencils. All right, so let's get started. So like I said, the first thing you need is a piece of paper. And what we want to do is fold our paper and create a triangle. So basically, I'm going to fold the first piece of paper over, creating a triangular section. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess. Let's see, can you see that pretty good? I'm just going to snip off the bottom tail of that. When I am finished, I will have a perfect square to do my artwork on. Here we go, nice little square. All right, I'm going to put that over to the side because I have to do the same thing for our second piece of paper. So again, I'm going to fold it over, creating a triangle, and then I'm going to cut off the excess. There we go. All right, throw that scrap away or use it for a bookmark, whichever works best for you. All right, now here's the tricky part. The first square is going to be the one that you do your work on. The second square is going to be divided in half, folded in half, and then you're going to fold it in half again, crease it up. Now by folding your paper this way, you have created 8 equal sections. So when I open it up, I've already written inside of it. If I ask you to use 1/8 of the material, then you can see that 1/8. This is where our math comes in. 1/8 would only be 1 part of 8 sections here. So I want to go ahead and cut out 1/8 of this. After you cut it, you're just going to have one triangle. That triangle I am going to have fun with. All right? I am going to design it. What I want you to do is any design. It doesn't matter. but you want to make sure that you're having fun with your design. So I am going to, let's see, I want to have a curved line. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do 2 curves. All right, and then I'm going to make a second curved line here. Now again, keeping in mind that you can put your lines wherever you want them. I want to create some curvies here and there. All right. Up here, I think I want to have a large shape and a smaller shape. I want a curvy line between them. I'm going to put an oval here and an off the page shape here. I guess it's not really a shape, but an off the page line, curved line. All right, and I have done enough for that one. All right, it's very important that your design is simply unique to yourself. This is my original design, and no one else should create something that looks like mine. Here's some different variations of what you can do. Again, you can play around with large shapes, medium shapes, small shapes, different types of lines. Here's another one. And all of them will be unique in themselves. They all are different variations of and will create a beautiful mandala. So your artwork should not look like Mrs. Gaskin's. I want you to use your own imagination and create your own unique design. All right? Now that I have my design, I want to go over these lines, making them nice and dark. The first time I was just drawing to get the design on paper. Now I want to make sure that my lines are super dark because it's important for our next step called the transfer. And now that it's dark, I'm going to take it, turning it face down, fitting it into the corner, edge to edge. And I'm going to go over those lines from the back side, tracing the little design that I came up with. Press really hard so that it transfers. Let's peek under there and see what's happening. There it is. It transferred. Now it's going to be kind of light and you're probably going to have to go over it later. Transferring everything. Now that I have transferred that, I'm going to flip this over and we're just going to flip it and we're going to do the same thing again. And then you're going to flip it and you're going to do the same thing again. And you're going to continue doing that until you have completed going around the entire circle, creating that design from one little 1/8 piece of the pie. All right, now that we have that done, we're looking at it and this part of it looks kind of basic. We want to add a little bit more detail to it. Once you have this design on paper, you've transferred this 8 times, then you can go over it with your Sharpie to make it darker. But we're not quite finished yet. We want to cut out another 1/8 triangle and we're going to align that with our in the corner again, and we're going to figure out what it is that we can do to make this look a little more impressive. So I'm going to come up with some little designs inside. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look. So I've come up with some curved lines, a little arch line, This one is going to become a square when I flip it. And as I work my way around, yet again, doing the same process, turning it and tracing it, and turning it and tracing it. That's going to begin looking like this. And then once you're done, you will have it looking like this. And yet again, you're going to want to come through with your permanent marker, and you're going to make all lines dark. And then you will be finished setting up your mandala. Once you are finished tracing and transferring everything, you have the option to design it using color. And be mindful of the color choices that you use. And if you don't have a lot of colors available, then you can just stick to black and white. I've now just put them side by side. The main thing that you want to remember is tracing out a few of the wonderful details and keeping it unique. Even though this is the same design, it is very different. This is your mandala, and I hope that you enjoy the process. I want you to relax and chill while you're doing this. I want you to meditate on the processes, and I hope that the outcome is enjoyable. All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you produce. You will drop this into Google Classroom. It is due a week from now. That will be Friday the 24th by 9 a.m. Make sure that it has been uploaded into Google Classroom where it says Mandala. In addition, you will have to write a paragraph describing your art, the medium that you've used, relating it to how you feel about the art in a paragraph. And there's a separate place in Google Classroom for that as well. So, any comments, I'll be available from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock during my office hours. That will be posted in Google Classroom as well. Any questions you have, I'm here for you, or feel free to shoot me an email. All right. Now, as for my other students that take my class twice, I need for you guys to join me in Google Classroom at 12 o'clock today. All students that take my class twice. That's Art 2 and Drawing and Painting. I need to meet with all of you all today at 12 during the office hours. All right, well, have fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing your finished product.